this is a quick review of the Hornby Elite DCC controller with the latest firmware version 1.4, which is available from the Hornby website, which you can link in from the computer via the USB port. You see there's the USB cable in the back there. So I'll just quickly fire it up, and you'll see that it will say the 1.4 Hornby when you start it up to show the latest firmware. There we go, 1.4. I've got a DCC sound locomotive on the track at the moment, so I'll see if I can. The main benefit that I found, I've only just installed the software on the controller or the firmware, but the main benefit seems to be that of being able to access further functions of the locomotive. So I've just turned the sound on there from the functions, and you can see now with the newer firmware it's got firmware and function 0 to 9, and if you press the function button again you can actually access the further functions up to 28 functions. So if I go back to the early ones, to say another benefit is on the old controller with things like the horn, you had to turn the horn off and then turn it on and then turn it back off again by doing multiple buttons, whereas now you can just hold the button and then let go, and it will actually do it for a set period. So the longer you hold the button, the longer the horn will go for, and the same with the other one. You can just press the button as normal if you want to turn it on, and then turn it off, but like I say, holding it's a lot easier just to get a short blast of the horn. And then if I go function to go up to the next numbers, you can then do, say, the whistle, which you couldn't access on the old controller, and other sort of like brake sounds and like the extra horn. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It's also got, if I just turn the sound off, so go back to function thingy, and that turn the sound off. It's got a few other features which it's got some kind of fuel system that works with the Sapphire decoder. I don't really know too much about that. But yeah, it works with the JMRI Panel Pro, which I was using as well, so I can control the train from the computer, which you can see in one of my other videos. But yeah, there's a few extra sort of little neat bits and bobs, but the main thing seems to be able to get the extra functions that you couldn't get before with the older firmware. The firmware is available, like I say, directly from the Hornby website. If you just go to hornby.com, I think it is, and at the moment, at time of listing, there's actually a link on the main page that you go to, and then just download the file and install it as per the instructions. It also does come with a PDF document with the extra instructions for the extra new functions and whatnot that are included. So, but yeah, it's definitely worth a download with the extra bits and bobs, and it's just a bit more user friendly in general with the extra firmware on it. And you still, everything else pretty much is as normal. You can still name the locomotives and everything like that. So yeah, pretty neat bit of kit, and definitely worth doing. The train that was I was doing the sound with while I'm here, I may as well show you, was one of my latest purchases, which is Class 50 Network Southeast 50027, which is called Lion. If I can get it to focus, there we go. In Network Southeast livery, one of the super detailed with the moving where you can open and close the grills, and then you've got the lights and everything else like that on there. So yeah, pretty smart locomotive. Got the little NSE logos. So yeah, there we go. If you've got any questions about anything, I mean, it was a pretty painless update, to be honest. Just getting the software for the computer, installing it, making sure you've got the drivers installed for the controller, and then just going ahead and doing the upgrade, and it's pretty easy. But yeah, like I say, if you go to hornby.com and go click on the main link on the homepage, you should be away with it. Thanks for watching.